The 10 Best Star Wars Books. Since the release of the original film in 1977, books have been an essential gateway into the Star Wars expanded universe. With hundreds of stories for all ages, there's something for everyone. Now, with the franchise being bigger than ever, you can dive into the world you loved in the films and never leave. The list starts from A New Dawn. See how TV's Rebels began with A New Dawn. About $7. By John Jackson Miller. You'll experience Kanan and Hera's first meeting during the rise of the Empire. It's a straightforward adventure with fun villains and tons of memorable characters. Perfect for fans of the show. Good for young readers. Excellent pacing, but no lightsabers despite the cover art. Check out linked in description to buy this product from Amazon. 9th one is Delilah S. Dawson's Phasma. One of the most underused characters in the sequel trilogy gets her own book. Delilah S. Dawson's Phasma. APPX. $14. Captain Chrome Dome is finally given a chance to shine in a tale set on the apocalyptic world of Parnassus. It's Mad Max with stormtroopers. A surprising origin story. Very character-driven, but the framing device slows plot down. You shouldn't miss this product's review. Chuck Wendig's Aftermath, the first in a trilogy. Chuck Wendig's Aftermath, around $8. Begins moments after the end of Return of the Jedi. You'll meet an unlikely crew of rebels as they clash with one of the expanded universe's best new villains. Admiral Ray Sloan explores new and well-known locales. Cameos from many familiar characters. But writing style can be distracting. Well, here is the 7th one. James Luceno's Catalyst. James Luceno's Catalyst introduces Orson Krennic and Galen Erso. Years before the events of Rogue One, you'll learn how the Death Star was constructed and exactly why it took so long to complete. It's a dark, dramatic tale filled with great personalities. Connects to Tarkin novel. Adds background to film characters. But light on action. You should look into this product. It was surely well marketed, from a certain point of view, as a celebration of 4 decades of Star Wars from a certain point of view. About $13. Is a Triumph. It is a collection of 40 short stories, all about the background characters you see in A New Hope, with more than a few surprises. This one breathes new life into a classic film. Has many different styles and tones. Excellent author choices, but some sections drag on for too long. Now we will show you the 5th product in the list, Dark Disciple. Based on unused scripts for the animated series The Clone Wars, Dark Disciple. APPX. $7. By Christie Golden is a mix of spy thriller and romance. It tells the story of former villain Asajj Ventress and Quinlan Vos, her unlikely Jedi companion, in a desperate mission to end the war. An emotional narrative, offers closure for TV characters, but requires familiarity with the show. Customers are king, and according to them, one should buy this one. Claudia Gray's Bloodline. Claudia Gray's Bloodline focuses on Leia shortly before the events of The Force Awakens, and about 20 years after the Empire was defeated. In this political thriller, you'll learn about the volatile situation that allowed the First Order to rise in a post-war galaxy. A rare tie-in to the new films answers many fan questions, but shows the origins of the Resistance. If you want cost-efficient, this new one is for you. James Luceno's Tarkin. The dark side is strong with James Luceno's Tarkin. About $8. Taking place shortly before A New Hope, it explores the rise of that film's central villain. Dive into the mind of a man who was willing to destroy entire planets in this fascinating read. Features Darth Vader and the Emperor. Tons of references to past stories, but can be overly detail-oriented. According to reviews, the second best product is Timothy Zahn's Thrawn. For many readers, Heir to the Empire was their first experience with the expanded fiction. Almost 30 years later, the original author returns with Timothy Zahn's Thrawn. around $14. You'll be reintroduced to the enigmatic Grand Admiral with a new origin story. Excellent for longtime fans. Ties in with the TV show Rebels, but hints at the future of the saga. Now here is our best of Best the King product. Lost Stars. Claudia Gray is simply one of the greatest Star Wars authors working today. Her series debut novel Lost Stars, about $5, remains the best starting place in the modern canon without question. Two lovers find themselves on opposite sides of a war in a tale of epic proportions. A new perspective on familiar scenes. Covers events of original trilogy, but easy to understand for new fans.